Hey everybody, it's GeekyGamer Gal. I am back with Pokemon Red. So yeah, boom diata. I have done literally nothing since the last episode. At least on Red version. So, because I didn't bring V, we can't do the shortcut and cut down any of those trees to get to the rock tunnel. But, our hope is to get through the rock tunnel and at least reach Lavender Town. Alright, I did use the TM for Thunderbolt on you. Pokemon! Dig is our best bet, but I'll let take care of it. And that's part of the reason why I haven't messed with this in a while, is because it tends to be a little bit hard on my throat. Confusion. Ah. Come on, you want to smack him. There you go. Good job. Once more. There we go. About to use a Clefairy. Wow. Yes, I will change my Pokemon so Boom Diata can go in front, gain some EXP. Fred would be good for this one. Really? You get this thing off. Wake up, Fred. Are you going to get 3 turns of sleep? And okay, at least Double Slap is only doing 3 points of damage. Are you going to go the... Okay, you're not going to go the full 5. And when you wake up, you will not attack. Are you going to go 5 turns? Yes. Fred, you pain in my butt. Come on, Fred. It's slapping you around. It should be like 5. There we go. Thank you, Fred. Peck. I may have to switch out Fred. Fred, you are failing me. How dare you? You used to be such a good Furo. Are you, like, secretly upset that I haven't caught any Spearows in my randomized game? There we go. Good job, Fred. So now I gotta go heal, because that Clefairy, getting off the Sing, which only has an accuracy of 55, and then being forced to sit through all 5 turns. Nope. I keep hitting the A button spam. I don't think there's another trainer here, no. Cool. And how much EXP does Boom Diata need? 497. Okay, when we get to Lavender Town, yeah, you can see, hopefully, the outer rocks. Okay, that should be a trainer. Yeah. Okay, maybe not, but it looked like a trainer. The dot didn't move. A Cubone! Aww, I like Cubones. Yeah, it's something I popped up with that I think is really broken. For all those on Sun and Moon, a Lowland Marowak. You can get it to have Lightning Rod. So it's immune to electric type attacks, and it will draw all electric type attacks to it. You can give it a Thick Club, which doubles its attack. And it's Fire Ghost. I mean, I love Fire Ghost. But, I mean, it's just a great Pokemon, that one. A Lowland Marowak. I actually like a Lowland Marowak better than regular Marowak. The only downside is, of course, and yeah, seizure-inducing Thunderbolt there. Ooh, 2 hits. Oh, boom diata, survive, 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 survive. Okay. Oh, no. Wrong button. But Shadowbone, the main signature move, and yay, 17. The signature moon of the Alolan Marowak, it technically learns the level before it evolves, so no matter what, you gotta slap the gal with a heart scale. Oh, and wow, I forgot they darkened the menu screen there. You can see it's all darkened. And first encounter for Rock Cave. Ooh, a Machop. That's kinda useful. I don't think I have a Machop. No, I don't. Fred would probably be the best, maybe? At least Fred can take the hits. As long as Fred doesn't kill it. Stop, Fred. Thank you. Fred, are you making up for your troubles with the Clefairy? Oh, no, Pokemon item. Pokeball! Go! No, the Machop cannot evolve, so it will be stuck as a Machoke. Okay. Loves to build its muscles, it trains in all styles of martial arts to become even stronger. Yes, I want to give Machop a nickname. You shall be... Do 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 do. Boop be doo. Do 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 do. Yeah, let's call you Mitch. Okay, so we have our first encounter, and it's actually something we haven't caught before. Okay, this is where it gets tricky, because you get one big empty room, and you're trying to find where you are. But it usually works out so long as you follow a wall. You're golden. Yes, navigating in the dark. And before anyone asks, yes, even... Okay, so trainer there. I draw Pokemon when I'm at home. Okay, super nerd. Or Pokemaniac. Slowpoke. Okay, Boom Diata should have this one. Boom Diata is shown to be a good... Boom. Boom Diata, Boom Diata, Boom Diata, Boom Diata. Don't you dare die on me. There we go, good job. You are fast. Blindingly fast. Thank you. Tackle it. Good job, Boom Diata. Phew, I'm exhausted. Item. Boom Diata. Eat a potion. Okay. So I think this one goes up and around? Yeah, I'll let Boom Diata electrocute this. Good job. I have to admit, for my first time using a Voltorb, I'm actually kind of liking Boom Diata. I mean, yeah, first time ever using one. I don't honestly think I even used them on Crystal when there's a bunch of, Electrodes? Why do I keep calling them Electrodes? Electrodes, in the rocket base. I don't think I ever actually even caught one there. But then again, those like to use explosion. So I never really bothered with them because they all exploded. And another trainer. I don't come here often, but I will fight you. At least I hope that was a gal. Okay. Sent out an Oddish. Aw, makes me think of V. V was a good Pokemon, but I don't have to worry about, water grounds, because they don't come into effect until Gen 2. So grass types really have no use. Shouldn't do too much, only 3 points, pretty good. Peck. There you go. Good job, Fred. Level 18 on Boomdiata. Good job. And Fred's level 25. Trying to learn Mirror Move. That would be assuming you survive a move in order to reuse it. About to use a Bulbasaur. I'll switch. So that way Boomdiata can get some experience. Then I'll switch back in on Fred. Yes, lots of switch training. And I don't even have a switch. Those look really fun. But then again, I'm also one of those people I'm more concerned about the Holy Balls announcement from Takara, the original toy line that created Transformers. They have just announced and officially confirmed that they will be making a Masterpiece Sunstreaker. I mean, that's just awesome sauce right there. You know, not to sound like uber fangirl, but I'm a big Sideswipe fan. I'm a big G1 fan. In G1, Sideswipe has his brother, Sunstreaker. And, well, you know, the Sideswipe Masterpiece has been made, oh god, many number of times. MP12, I think he is. MP12, MP13, I think it's 12, though. And they keep, oh, it's a Charmander! Anyway, they keep churning out Sideswipes because everybody loves the Lambo Countach. Or no, sorry, that's Sunny. Lamborghini Diablo, which is Sides. And because people love that, they keep churning out that mold. So, because apparently there are a lot of car model collectors that collect Sideswipe, Masterpiece Sideswipes, just because of how accurate he is to the original car. So, I found the translated announcement, which showcased I guess it's a prototype, or early version of it. The Masterpiece Sunstreaker, it has a lot of the same features as the Masterpiece Sideswipe, and they're actually working to give him, you know, all the same functionality you'd kind of expect from a model car. Only downside is some of it's actually ruined because of the fact that it's a Transformer. He doesn't exactly have an interior nor a motor, because when you transform him, all his robot bits have to go somewhere. Or, you know, he has to have his robot bits ready to come out. And not in that way. But, yes, it just looks great. I am also a little bit sad, because there was also leaks of a potential Masterpiece Jazz, which, once again, if you guys don't know, Jazz in the original G1 cartoon was voiced by Scatman Crothers, who was a great jazz musician. And if you guys have seen the Aristocats, okay, I think I'm going the right way. The Aristocats, he plays Scat Cat, which is also kind of based off his own self. And he sings the song Everybody Wants to Be a Cat, which is a really good song, very catchy. I mean, unfortunately it does have the one horribly racist segment. Ah, no! Bruce! Please, 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 don't kill Bruce, don't kill Bruce! Ah, heart attack! And Bruce gained the level, because his opponent suicided. Tried to give Boomdiata, gotta run for his money. So, yeah, Aristocats, mainly the Everybody Wants to Be a Cat song, has a moment of being horribly, horribly racist and insulting, but, it was back in the 80s, late 70s, early 80s, and of course, Scatman Crothers, if you watch the Stanley Kubrick version of The Shining, and there's... oh, okay. That might have... okay, back of a trainer then. Huh, maybe I'm lost in here. But anyway, if you watch the Stanley Kubrick version of The Shining and not the uh, Stephen King version of The Shining, can't believe I blanked on Stephen King, Scatman Crothers is the groundskeeper who tells Danny that he has The Shining. So he was just a really cool guy, very musically talented, and he was the G1 voice of Jazz. He died shortly after the Transformers G1 movie. I mean, it was such a big shock to fans that in the first episode of season 3 for Transformers, Jazz makes an appearance, but because he doesn't speak and Scatman Crothers just died, because he was also part of the reason why Jazz was called Jazz, they changed his name to his Japanese name of Meister. And so they're trying to retcon, they for decades have been trying to retcon that, oh, Meister is secretly Jazz when he's on a mission, or otherwise they're two completely different characters. But there was a photoshopped preview where they tried to pass off the new Masterpiece mold that turned out to be Sunny as Jazz. And I'm pretty sure my fiance is a little bit happy about that, because then he doesn't have to buy me a Prowl figure to go with Jazz. Because, second and third in command have to go together. But, the other sad thing with the whole, new batch of masterpieces is they are increasing in price. Because initially all the cars, aside from Optimus, were, Optimus, Ratchet, and Ironhide, as well as Inferno, but Inferno's ginormous. But all of them were at $75. Ratchet, Ironhide were at $100, and I think Inferno was about the same price range. But with Sunstreaker, his newest mold, he is at suggested US retail price of $120, which is a big jump. I mean, this will sound bad, I really have not paid full price for any of my masterpieces. Or, full suggested retail price. The joys of conventions and toy shows and having a lovely, lovely, loving man in my life who supports my weird hobbies and my weird collecting nuances. And I think I'm going the wrong way. But, so I've gotten all my masterpieces pretty cheap, but yeah, Sunny is at the US retail suggested price of $120. So he's like one of the most expensive. He's thankfully not something as oh dear god as an Optimus Prime or a Megatron or any of the Seekers. The Seekers are pretty expensive. No matter if they are the Command Shrine, the Coneheads, or just random Seekers like Acid Storm and Sunstorm. I guess they would be the Storm Tribe? I don't know. Or Trine. Trainer! It sounds like the last. Hikers leave twigs as trail markers. At least I think that's the last, okay. But, yeah, so it's all really good. Inversely, the same announcement from Takara also announced that the Cheetor and Optimus Primal masterpieces are not a fluke. They are actually working because Transformers is 34 or 33 years old this year. That they are going to start incorporating G1 elements as well as Beast Wars elements into their masterpiece line, which is really awesome because as much as I love G1, I'm a Beast Wars baby. I was a kid when Beast Wars was on. I love it. Everybody complains about Beast Machines, but I loved Beast Machines as well, so I can't completely knock on it and hate it like a lot of people do. But, so they're actually going to go back and forth between doing a G1er and then a Beast Wars, Beast Machines, or at least Beast Wars, character. And actually, I think a Sonic Boom will kill ya. Please? Oh, thank you. Good job, Boom Diata. Boom Diata, Boom Diata, Boom Diata. I think it's down? Oh. And yes, I know I'm doing a pretty good job of navigating this in the dark. But G1, the walls are at least outlined. In the later gens, you don't get this as much. And I'm kind of happy we caught a Machop, because they're the rare capture. It's them and Onyx that are the rarest captures for in here. Otherwise, it's like every other cave we will go in. Zubat and Geodudes everywhere. Geodude Graveler and Zubat Golbat. But, another trainer. Haha, can you beat my power? I think that's supposed to be a dude. Yeah, okay. It's sad I'm actually starting to be able to recognize trainer classes by the music that plays. Yeah, it's kinda sad. But do I enjoy it? A little bit. It's kind of a shame that you guys can't hear the music, but eh. Anyway, now that I've kind of talked your ears off about Takara's masterpiece plans, and if you guys don't know what a masterpiece transformer looks like, check it out on the internet. I mean, they are just pretty, and they try to do a fairly accurate representation between the character models and converting them to the vehicle, kind of making up for the bricks that were the G1 toys. I mean, articulation? What was that? But that's the other thing that the article talks about, is how with the new variants of, or the new molds for like Prime and Megatron. Another dude. You have a Pokedex? I want one too! And actually, I think you're another Pokemaniac or nerd. But they talk about how they're actually working to improve the articulation to give them the ability to do more show accurate poses. I mean, one of the poses they show the Sunstreaker mold, yes, I go back there, is he actually does his crouch down and has his gun up at about eye level, which is his pose that he uses in the G1 movie, which is just a very nice little throwback, or, you know, nice little sign of everything. And the article goes on to talk about how technically Sunstreaker was the first Diaclone figure, and he's the 39th masterpiece to be made. I mean, wow, Optimus Primal got 2 masterpieces before you, Sonny. And for a lot of people who are like, why does Sunstreaker matter? Well, you know, Sunstreaker was one of the first toys, but, Sunny was also, as well, kind of the one character that kind of got the whole... He got shafted on the characterization and development department because he's... In the initial comics, I mean, in the G1 cartoon, he was very kid-friendly, but he was standoffish and very much a grumpy gills. But in the original Marvel comics, he actually was a full-blown sociopath. I mean, not caring about humans, which is what makes his masterpiece mold so funny, because he gets paired up with Chip Chase, who is well, not a full paraplegic, but, you know, he's at least paralyzed from the... Wow, and you got the sleep powder off? Fred, why do you keep wanting to sleep? And a rap. But, anyway, Chip Chase is paralyzed from the waist down, and they include a Chip Chase figure with the wheelchair with Sunstreaker, and Chip Chase just happens to be sculpted so that he can sit on Sunny's shoulder, which is just hilarious because in the original G1 cartoon, that would never happen. And, oh, I hate G1 rap. Thank you. About to use a Clefairy. I think I'll let handle it. But yeah, Chip Chase is not the first human character to be made or given a small figurine for the Masterpiece line. The Bumblebee had either Spike or Daniel Witwicky in the exosuit from the first movie, which was kind of a nice little nod because, you know, I think it was Spike. Because Spike was Bee's human partner, or, you know, human sidekick, and, you know, having them together in a grouping. I just wasn't impressed with Bumblebee, but as I've stated previously, I'm not a Bumblebee fan. I don't know what it is about the kid-friendly yellow mascot characters. I just do not seem to like them. But, I know the Hasbro variation, I picked one up because it was on sale, and then a week later I saw it even cheaper than what I paid for it, so it's like, eh. But, Masterpiece Bumblebee, at least the Hasbro release of them, they did not do a good job on his paint. I mean, they made him the original Takara Tomy version is very yellow. It's a bright yellow. On the Hasbro version, they kinda gave him an orangish overtone. They darkened the yellow, made it a little less yellow. I mean, kind of like Iron Man yellow, or goldish. You know, just darkened it up that little bit so it more closely resembled that. And Hasbro just applied some sloppy painting. That and some of the features I had grown used to seeing on Masterpieces, Bumblebee did not have. So, like, the, you know, independent thumb, independent trigger, or index finger, and then the 3 fingers that can flop around, Bumblebee didn't have. Pretty much, he was given the stock fist with a hole in it because he was deluxe sized. You know, so he is only about 6 inches tall, which puts him at the appropriate height for him being a mini-bot. But, you know, in comparison to the rest of the Masterpiece line. But he just he has great articulation, but he just lacks those little features that make him really fun. Like, I can't open his hands up and, like, have him hold something, which kind of takes away from him. And actually, I'll leave in for an oddish, because confusion, super effective. One shot. Ah, you fail me. And you were doing so good. Oh well. Hit it with your head. Good job. And Boom Diata's out of Thunderbolts. Because I was using them a little too liberally. Either way, I think we should be out of here soon, so you're kind of going to get a long episode. Because I want to end this when I get out of Rock Tunnel. And I'll probably just start the next episode of Red in Lavender Town, even though from there we'll just go straight to Celadon, so maybe I might just skip ahead to Celadon. There we go. We are free! Anyway, now that I've talked your ears off about Transformers and Masterpieces and oh my god, Sunstreaker's a masterpiece, they're bringing back the kid-friendly sociopath, I'm GeekyGamer Gal. Like, comment, subscribe! And as always, remember the 3 G's of gaming. Good thoughts, goodwill, and game on. Bye.